Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shannon bringing you a message of hope today from the Inspire, and I am so grateful that you're here today. Thanks for watching again, 11:11 a.m. Central. Don't you just love this? And I hope this 11:11 time is such a reminder for you that you are not alone, that you're not doing this thing called life, this four-letter word. Sometimes it feels like a four-letter word. Hi honey, glad you joined. This four-letter word that, if it sometimes feels like a four-letter word. It's like going through life. Sometimes it can feel hard and it can feel less than loving and fun. But it doesn't necessarily matter how it feels. What matters is that you feel it. And then, hey Jamie, hi Sheila. You feel it, and then from the point of feeling it, you begin healing it. So I'm telling you, yesterday I was so inspired after doing the talk on, really inspiration and what it means to you to be inspired and to live in an inspired state. And something, excuse me, I wanted to talk about today is, first of all, there's a huge difference between inspiration and motivation. People will come to me and they're like, I have this huge should list. They're like, I know I should be doing this. I know I should be doing that. I know I should be doing this, but I lack motivation. I just got to have willpower. The truth is, motivation is temporary, inspiration is eternal. When you can tap into your own reasons for doing things, why to's that are bigger than your why not to's, from an inspired place, you will be unstoppable. So let me tell you, in the last couple of days, I have heard from several of you private messaging me. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being so honest, courageous, and trusting me enough to share. I'm telling you, looking at all y'all out there, statistics would say this, even though I don't know you all intimately. Statistics would tell us, hi Glenn, statistics would tell us that 3/4 of you have been through some sort of breakup in a relationship. That's the national average that I've been able to find, is that 3/4 of all relationships end in a breakup. I would say for those of you who are divorced, whether it's the first, second, or third time, it's at least 50% of you or higher. I've seen it as high as 75% of you have been through a divorce, or, that is like the number of marriages that fail, okay? I mean, the list goes on and on. Even cancer, like 3/4. I saw a statistic of 3 out of 4 people will experience cancer in their lifetime. It's like, oh my gosh, there's pain, there's dis-ease everywhere. So what do we do about this? People have been writing me like, hey, I want to love my life. I don't even know where to start. Now, they haven't been a part of the whole 21-day journey, or actually today is what, 19? But I'm telling you, when you don't know where to start with what you do know that inspires you. Start with what you do know that inspires you, because it can feel so big and so heavy when you really feel like, I have lost that loving feeling. And when that loving feeling is for yourself and for your life and for those in it, let me tell you, it feels heavy and it feels a little bit more than miserable. I get it. I know. I've been there. Excuse me. I wish I would have drank some water before I started talking with y'all. I'm good. Anyway, so actually I'm great. I'm well, and it's all good. So think about that. It's like, it is so vital that you begin to tap into what you do know, and oh my gosh, Joshua, good to see you. Tapping into what you do know that inspires you and comes from that heart place. Because if you do not, like I said, the road can get long, it can feel very narrow, and the weight that you're carrying feels so very heavy. So when you begin to tap into that place, as I said, things change. However, people are like, how do I even tap into that place? I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do today, starting right here, right now, that you can tap into, and it will change everything. If you open your heart and you dive in. Can you do that? Can you do that? Okay. Thanks, Mama Jamie. So basically, this is what you do. And this changed my life. I remember I was driving down the road. I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This was many years ago. And it was near the end of the year, and I was getting ready for the new year, like we all do. We in anticipation, and we're setting goals, and we're going through our list. And as every year, you know, I would have like 100 things, you know, these are my goals, I'm gonna get this done, you know, superwoman syndrome. And all of a sudden I heard this like voice in my heart, and it was like, I heard 3 words. That's it, that's all I heard. One of the words, the first word was conscious. Because it was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna set goals this year. I'm going to set an intention based on these 3 words. First word, conscious. It is a requirement. If you are gonna love your life and your life's work well, you must become conscious. For the last 19 days, we've been talking about ways to basically become conscious. Begin to become conscious and aware of how you feel. Begin to become conscious and aware of what you think. Become conscious and aware of what you desire, what you love, what makes you tick, what makes you excited, what you believe. In all of these things, become conscious. We are so, what's the word I'm looking for? On like autopilot. The default mechanism for most people is, think about even the word default. Like there's fault, there's blame, there's complain, there's shame. Stop. Become aware. Get off your default mechanism. Get out of your autopilot, because it's taking you on a journey that you do not desire to be on. You can stop, you can get off that plane, you can get out of the holding pattern, you can bring it down into a landing and choose another plane, a new way to go to a new place. Number 2, this is what I heard, grateful. Let me tell you, a grateful heart is a happy heart. A grateful heart is a loving heart. At my most darkest hours, I was able to tap into the power of gratitude. And that began to turn my life around. Even in this past year, as you heard my sister and I talk a couple days ago about the intense grief that we've lived with for the last 367 days. Guess what? Gratitude. Because even in the moment of losing both of my parents, I was grateful that, guess what? They went together. They entered heaven together. And I was grateful, and still I'm grateful, that I loved them so much that I had something to cry about. You know, think about that. When there's loss, sometimes we hate feeling, but we can say, you know what, at least I'm grateful, so grateful that I have something to cry about. Because you know what, if I didn't love them, if you didn't love the people that you've lost in your life, guess what? There'd be nothing to cry about. So thank God. When you feel, it is a reminder that you're alive, and when you feel grief, it's a reminder that you've loved. Beautiful. And number 3, fearless. Fearless does not mean that you never feel fear. It means that you don't continue to dance with it. That you will fear less, okay? You will fear less, and whatever it is that you're afraid of, you'll take it, you'll look at it consciously, and you'll say, all right, what is this, what's really true about this, and what does this really mean to me? And then number 2, you kind of give thanks for it. Like, okay, but you can choose to continue to dance in the direction that you do not desire to go, or you can dance in the direction that you desire to go. And not only go, but to flow in and to be your true, authentic version of you. Being conscious enough to say, you know what? I'm going to choose differently for me. I'm going to choose what I desire. I'm not necessarily going to choose the default mechanism. I hope this helps you today. You know, for all of you that have commented, shared, thank you so much, because this is my life's work. I love speaking with you. I love sharing this message of hope with you, because it's a message that I don't believe I'm just giving to you. I believe it's a message that comes through me. It inspires me enough to want to share and inspire you. So ask yourself today, what am I conscious about? What do I know that actually inspires me? And what am I grateful for? Ask yourself that, and then say, what am I afraid of? And begin to see it for what it really is. And as I'm sitting in my kitchen today, I want to remind you of this. What are you hungry for? What are you thirsty for? And feed yourself well. There's no greater thing to feed on than love, my friends. Please, I hope you got something from today. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with those that you love. I'm going to post something in the comments below, so if you've missed the other videos, you can go back and start the journey with me. My very first Facebook live video 19 days ago. And continue on this journey for you, because when you love your life and your life's work well, your life will work well. This is Dr. Shannon, inspiring minds that want to know and hearts that want to grow so you can love your life well.